এবার চোখ রাখবো পরবর্তী খবরের দিকে। এএনএম নিউজ এবং এএনএম নিউজ রিসার্চ গ্লোবালের যৌথ উদ্যোগে একদিকে কলকাতা, অন্যদিকে চীনের দুজনে মিলেই কিন্তু বণিক সভায় এক বৈঠকে বসেছেন এবং সেই বৈঠকেই আমরা চলে যাব সরাসরি, যার মিডিয়া পার্টনার এএনএম নিউজ।
Trade figures stood at a little over 71.4 billion US dollars, with exports to China at 10.1 billion USD and imports at 61.2 billion USD at the end of financial year 17. Since India is on its way to establishing an industrial base and seeking high growth rate, a larger import profile for the time being is unavoidable. China is a major source of technology intensive products which are cost effective. In the long run, things are going to change. In the recent years, the Bangladesh-China-India-Myanmar Forum for Regional Economic Cooperation has helped strengthen cooperation in the sub-region. The K2K multimodal economic corridor with road, rail, air linkages connecting Kolkata, capital of West Bengal, and Kunming, capital city of Yunnan, would lay a strong foundation for multi-level cooperation, by which bilateral and multilateral transit trade in the sub-region is expected to increase to a great extent. It is also expected that with this regional economic cooperation mechanism functioning well, both Yunnan and West Bengal could play positive roles in promoting exchanges and cooperation between China and India. Both the states of Yunnan and West Bengal have certain striking similarities, like having an agri-rich economy, cutting-edge industrialization, excellent tourist locations, etc. New ways could be explored for agricultural cooperation. Both Yunnan and West Bengal are big agricultural provinces with natural advantages and advantages in agricultural technology. The two sides can further explore cooperation in tea plantation, rice production, agricultural technology, and deep processing of agro products. Good use could be made of aviation links to increase trade in fresh agro products. And improve cooperation in processing refrigerated and dried agro products. Floriculture could be another area of mutual interest. The entrepreneurial landscape is changing in eastern India, including West Bengal. The startups, micro and small units are doing well in IT and ITES and small manufacturing sector, in terms of value and job creation, also for promotion of exports. Sector 5 of our Salt Lake is known as the Silicon Valley of Calcutta, which has in abundance highly talented human resource and excellent facilities for work. With the proactive state government initiatives, West Bengal would be the ideal place for getting investment from Yunnan. Development of tourism is another area which can be explored further. About 150 million Chinese travel abroad annually, and they are estimated to spend about 229 billion US dollar. West Bengal has wonderful tourist locations from mountain to sea beaches, from wildlife and forest to medieval architecture. Special mention may also be made for Durga Puja celebrations in autumn, which would be a great point of attraction for tourists from Yunnan, which is equally famous for its scenic beauty and historical places of interest and colorful ethnic culture. The Buddhist places of interest around Gaya and Nalanda in eastern India should be linked properly to travel. With the introduction of e-visa by the government of India, we feel that the priority should be given for facilitation of visits by tourists from Yunnan to West Bengal and vice versa. Medical tourism is another area of importance, with Kolkata playing the role of a medical hub for patients from neighboring countries. This could be explored further with more investments toward improved medical infrastructure and state-of-the-art facilities. Yunnan is an important source of power with hydel reserves of 100 million kilowatt. Although West Bengal is a power surplus state now, the state of affairs would change with more industrialization. A collaboration with Yunnan could be worked out. The growth momentum for both Yunnan and West Bengal are reasonably high. With the opening up of economic corridor, the business opportunities would increase by leaps and bounds in the region. Our chamber would like to play an important catalytic role towards enhanced mutual cooperation. We would be happy to be part of the growth story. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dandania.
Would you like to explain?
Okay. So it is my pleasure now to invite Mr. A.N. Majumdar, Chief Editor of ENM News, who has been instrumental in bringing this delegation to the chamber. For his address, please.
Thank you very much, and it's an immense pleasure and honor to be here in part of my August gathering, as well as from my colleagues from the industry. I've been a journalist for 25 years in different print and television media, and I've seen both Kolkata, India, and the world in a very close manner. Now, what prompted us to get this Chinese delegation is a big story. Over the last couple of years, our state, West Bengal, have enjoyed a very good relationship with China, with the Chinese local consulate, been instrumental in generating more people-to-people contact between West Bengal and China. And with the leadership, under the leadership of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, with the economic climate looking up a bit, with the figures generating, whatever feedback that we are getting is generating far more, looking much more healthy. I personally feel, from a journalistic point of view, that we have got immense potential to generate a lot of business between Yunnan and West Bengal. Speaking about, Arpit just mentioned about Durga Puja. Now, as a part of our CSA initiative, we have a NGO called Impact, which have been organizing a Durga Puja competition for the last 20 years. And the Chinese Consul General has been kind enough to be one of our lead sponsors, where the winners, top 4 winners, are taken on an all-paid expense trip to China for a week. And they just came back from a week-long visit to China. And Yunnan was one of their destinations. They went to Kunming, and the feedback that my people, the people of the winners, the club winners who won the Durga Puja competition, who came back from their Chinese visit, they mentioned was amazing. They've made huge progress in Kunming. It's a beautiful city, and they play. I mean, whatever the environment what they found in China was amazing. So they all loved the place. And another thing which was very heartening was the fact that a lot of people from this part of the world does business in Guangzhou and Yunnan and Kunming. So this opens up a huge opportunity, not only for people from this part of the world to go and do business in Guangzhou and Kunming, also from the Chinese people from Guangzhou and Kunming to come and invest in West Bengal. Everything is in proper shape at the moment here, and as well as in Kunming. So it's just about a couple of hours of journey that we can go and visit Kunming. Everything is very conducive. The atmosphere is very conducive for not only the industrialist of India, but also from the Chinese side. So as a part of Kolkata, as a citizen of Kolkata, what we feel that if you open up the doors to genuine Chinese investments, and if we have, like the climate that we have it here, if we have more, and if Merchant Chamber of Commerce plays a catalytic role, as I've mentioned, to get in more investments from Kunming, then we have a new corridor which will open up. We see MCCI has always been in the news. MCCI has always done a fascinating job in getting the members together for doing business. Mr. Roy has been very, very active. I have seen him in very different places, and he has really moved things forward. So this is where I find, as personally and also as a journalist, that we can get things moving, and Mr. Arpit Dandania and his team can do a great job in getting investments, opportunity opening up, tying up with those Chinese companies. And as I was sitting around and I was just mentioning, a gentleman here is very keen to have something with the hospital furniture with the Chinese delegate. So if these things can be arranged at the local level, and if these tie-ups and collaborations can be done, I'm sure that West Bengal, through MCCI and through such delegation level visits, will progress further. So in today's, without taking much ado, without taking these things forward, I'm sure you're not going to come and listen to me. What we are on behalf of A&M News, we want to do we want to contribute as much as possible, and we are carrying our entire program live worldwide. Even they can watch this channel, what is happening right now in China, through our applications. So what we would be very grateful if this meeting today generates into something very productive and generates into something really which can come up in near future. So we can have a lot more business opportunities between Chinese and Indian delegates here, and MCCI plays a major role in this regard. So I once again thank all the members for coming here, and I also once again thank all the Chinese delegation as well as our colleagues from Delhi and the interpreters. And I see a couple of persons from the Chinese consulate here. Mr. Chen, also, I saw him just now. So thank you all for coming, and I'm sure this interaction between the businessmen, the delegates from the MCCI and the Chinese will be very, very productive, and something definitely is going to come out of it in near future. Thank you.
非常感谢主席、各位企业家、新闻记者，大家下午好。
I'm honored to attend this meeting with the mass medium and with Mr. Amit and Mr. Amzana. And now I'm meeting members of our delegation.
中国和印度都是古老的国家，我们惺惺相惜，特别我对印度的感觉非常好，非常喜欢。
China and India are both Asian countries. We have long history and culture, especially myself, as I have special feelings to India.
为了我们大家共同的发展，特别是要合作。 大家赢得未来的很多机会。今天我带我们云南的很多企业家再次来到印度。
To our future cooperation, especially some interpreters come with me. I hope we have more cooperation this time.
下面我把我们商会的主席和各行的企业家跟大家一一做介绍。
Now I introduce our members to all of you.
首先介绍我自己吧，我是云南省总商会的副主席杨永明，非常高兴和大家见面。
First, I introduce myself to all of you. I'm Yang Yongming, Vice President of Yunnan Provincial Chamber of Commerce.
我们李之记。
This is Mr. Li Zhiji, Vice President of the Hong Prefectural Chamber of Commerce.
李吉芳。
Mrs. Li Jifang, Vice President of Diqing Prefectural General Chamber of Commerce.
黄占强。
Mr. Hong Zhanqiang, the Hong Mangbang Tourism Limited Company.
严迅山。
Mr. Yan Xunsan. 德宏秦瑞 Power Investment and Development Company Limited.
邵维荣。
Mr. 邵维荣 德宏综合 Building Company.
邵耶夫。
Mr. 邵耶夫 德宏沪康 Hospital.
董用。
Mr. Dong Yong, Director of Relief Poverty Relief Office of Yunnan Provincial Chamber of Commerce.
来印度向大家学习，来印度寻求机会，共同发展。
We come to India to learn from all of you, and we also hope to seek opportunity to cooperate with you.
谢谢各位。
Thank you, not.
Thank you. The idea is to exchange views, information, and collaborate and cooperate with each other in terms of business opportunities. So the floor is open. If you have queries, you can kindly raise those. And this team is here. They'll also address your queries so that future collaborations can be worked out, mutual synergies can be chalked out. So kindly raise your hand and put your query forward.
Sir, your name and designation and.
My name is J.N. Day. I am from a company called Toronto Industrial Services Limited, Calcutta. We are setting up a chemotherapy cum radiation center in the suburb of Calcutta. So the hospital gentlemen can are they doing some other such thing? Or I am looking for the total furniture for this that hospital. Give all the details that I want. The hospital bed, then the other tables, accessories for carrying out those chemotherapy as well as radiation center. This is for cancer, oncology, mainly for oncology. This is a center for oncology. I give you my card. And another interest I am having is on agriculture. In West Bengal, we are diversifying in agriculture from conventional like paddy and others. I have put up a plant at Purulia to set up olive trees. This is just the beginning, so I am looking for good farm technology. Can they provide me farm technology? Farming technology for olive, avocado and dragon fruit.
他说的话，他对农业方面比较感兴趣，尤其是橄榄树的移植这方面。他希望从中国的话，就是能不能就移植一些橄榄树过来？
有什么新的技术？
对对对。
科学有什么方面可以我们合作的？是橄榄油的用得起来的。
那个我们中国的橄榄树现在是从野生。由那个引到我们现在可以嫁接，这个技术是可以的。
他说的是这个橄榄油的那个橄榄树，还是那个？
我们
他说的是橄榄油的。
Is it warrior olive?
No, I am looking for olive plant. Do you produce olive in China?
Yeah, we have olive in China.
Yeah. So I am looking for olive plants and the farming technology for olive in India. I have a farm here, just setting up a farm for manufacture. I mean, setting up an olive tree farm at Purulia. on a 10 hectare land, so I want to increase it to 100 hectares. So what sort of support I can get from you?
这是就是橄榄树，然后他说他有一个农场，然后希望就是把橄榄树栽到农场里面。
那个
烟橄榄还是招了做
是不是小的？
不是做油的。
可以食用的是吧？
水果？
Is it a fruit?
Yeah, naturally.
哎，对对对对对，就这个。
这个我们也有非常好的苗子。
We have a kind of this tree.
No, you must be having olive two quality. One is for table
Yeah.
variety, and another is for cooking.
Yeah, with high quality.
So in India also we use for the table variety, cooking, and also for healthcare.
Cookie and healthy.
Healthcare. For young child we use the massage it with olive oil,
Yeah.
which is coming from Italy and Spain.
Ice cream. 治病的那种橄榄油有没有这种？
那个治病的那个是现在我们那边有是有，但是这方面的我们那个地方的还正在对这方面的研究。食用的这方面是已经很成熟了，我们很多农户都在种了。
It's olive oil. We have a very we have a very has some technology in it, but for healthy and oil this kind we don't have. We are still researching.
You see, this is the olive. Can I?
这
Excuse me.
种类型。
This is the young tree. I'll show you the.
这个这个还没有。
না আমি তো অলরেডি অ্যাভোকাডো এনেছি
这个还没有。
অ্যাভোকাডো লাগিয়েছি না টেকনোলজি আছে কিন্তু আমি এটা আরো বাড়াতে চাই
This is a very, I think, individual basis, because what you are suggesting is something major. This is very, very nice, excellent. I think this is the collaboration that one is looking for. So I think after this thing, if you want a one-on-one basis, if you can just talk to them, then I think they will be able to understand and take it. That will be a better.
show that what I have done
Exactly.
and what we are doing in India.
Absolutely.
That I have done it.
Absolutely.
And also, you see the development of olive plantation in India.
True.
So, what base we can get from there?
Absolutely. That's the kind of.
Talk about the business you are talking about.
Right.
I am ready offering you the business.
Absolutely. That will be fantastic.
The government support is there, approval is there, everything is there.
Absolutely. That will be very nice. So on a personal basis after this thing, if you can one-on-one basis, that will be nice. Sunny, now if we can hear from them what they expect from yeah. So now if they have any questions to ask.
就问领导。
Phone.
就是对他们的企业或者其他的有没有想了解的？这个就在刚刚朱书记说的。
I just wanted to ask something from Vice President of Yunnan, Mr. Ram, that if we plan to take a delegation from say Yunnan, what sort of support can we expect from the chamber? If we could
specify 如果他们现在从 China 的来过去，
Mr. Majumdar, this is the
对，
early transaction in Rajasthan. We have that. Take it, okay, now.
主席，我们印方的客人的话，他的意思就是，如果他们带一个团队从加尔各答到中国云南的话，我的主席您这边能给他们什么帮助？
非常欢迎到云南去考察。如果需要到云南的话，就是看看需要是哪些方面的，比如说你需要看什么项目，了解什么政策，需要什么样的合作企业，我们都可以提供方便。
Warmly welcome you to take a delegation to Yunnan. I wonder what kind of program you would like to take part in, or other enterprises you would like to visit.
That is what we want to know, what all sectors there in Yunnan, so that we can work out and maybe approach the delegates from and take them along with us for this delegation. So another thing, other than this sort of meetings, can they arrange for the on-the-spot visit as such for those delegates? Suppose they want to visit a factory, say, or this gentleman like a farming of this sort. Can we expect this sort of on-the-spot visit of those businesses or those factories in
Yunnan.
not only meetings will be there, of course. Those factories or maybe those places where they can see themselves that how Chinese companies are operating.
他说的就是，比如他们的团队去了云南的话，他们希望的不仅仅是开会，还有就是器械工，我们今天来的企业去他们的工厂这些看可不可以？That's okay, I think.
Yeah, actually, what I understand from them, Sunny, is that they wanted specific details as to, for example, Yunnan, you have agriculture. So this is the company which does good agriculture business. So with whom they can collaborate. So the people, entrepreneurs from here can go to Yunnan through the Chamber of Commerce, visit that agricultural factory, figure out how the factory is operating, which is the key sector that they are doing.
We can have more questions regarding business opportunities. Sir, you had a question, I suppose.
Madam,
An academic question. Director of Poverty Relief Office. I just want to know what are the major poverty relief operations, programs that you have undertaken, number one. And number two, to what extent have these programs been effective in reducing poverty?
董处，他问的就是您这边的话，就是扶贫办的话，就一般有些什么工作？
我们扶贫办的工作主要是，按照党委政府的这个需求吧。
政府扶贫和社会扶贫两个大部分。
We divided into two parts. One is government poverty relief. Other is society poverty relief.
就是动员我们这个民营企业 民营企业通过产业、就业，还有多种形式，到我们这个贫困的地区去，参与社会扶贫。
We enhance our enterprises from different sectors to give support to the poverty people. And
我们的扶贫，首先是把它作为政府和政党的责任。
All of a sudden they became silent. I didn't know.
It is a responsibility of all government and party. So we take poverty relief as a responsibility for us.
每一个农村，每一个少数民族，无论他有多远，一个都不能掉，必须全部脱贫。这是政府的职责。
It is a responsibility for government to get everybody from the rural place and ethnic place to get rid of poverty.
Do you mean to say that the basic needs, food, education, health, all these things are taken care of? The basic needs. Food, education, and health.
他问是不是就扶贫指的就我们的工作是不是就指的是基本的生活保障，还有一个就是教育这方面的。
三不愁两保障吧，不愁穿不愁吃啊，教育保障，医疗保障啊。
It includes all kinds of, I think, basic needs. For example, education, healthcare, and residential.
就是满足这个贫困群众的生活生产生活要求吧。
To fulfill the basic needs for the poverty people.
我们一定要在2020年这个我们省的人民以我们全国人民一道同步建成小康社会一个人都不能少
We try to get everybody to live a well-being life in 2020.
They have their target in 2020, so not a single person lagging behind their basic needs. By 2020, everybody, all the
Any more questions? Because we are expecting some more specific sectoral questions from the audience, which could lead to something concrete going ahead. I have a question. I have been to Kunming. I have traveled through Yunnan. I had seen about 2-3 years back there was a growing Indian presence in terms of Indian business organizations. What is the scene of Indian businesses in Kunming as well as all through Yunnan currently? What kind of companies, which are the companies, Indian companies, which are present there, and which are the companies that are upcoming, if there's any information?
然后看到很多印度人在那边做生意，他就想问一下，就是如果是他们想有更多的机会的话，是在哪一方面会多一些？就做生意啊，或者是其他的工作机会？
为了印度公司和企业界。
应该说，目前我们的社会基本是全开放的，应该说在方方面面，应该说都有机会，只不过应该说按照行业不同了嘛，分口对不同的行业合作，可能会更好。
Now in China we have open, deeply open to the world. I think there's lots of opportunities for India entrepreneurs to work in China economy. But I think it depends on your sector. You can get a related relationship with your interest in the enterprise.
应该说，印度现在也有很多优秀的东西是我们需要学习和引进的，比如说管理，我们住了你们的酒店，包括在其他方面的管理，这就是我们应该说需要提升的，这可能就是你们的很好在我们的发展的机会。
India also has. We have also want to learn from India. These days we live in your hotel. We think hotel management is very excellent in your country. I think this is what we will learn from you.
Hello.
From India, in the hotel industry, maybe the hotel industry, all the services in India is very.
Hello. This is Deven Bhagat from Techno India CEO. I have a question to Mr. Sao Yufu. That what sort of collaboration he is looking for in India for in hospital sector?
邵院长，他说的是您这边的话就希望希望跟印度的哪些公司合作？
专州的民营医院本来政府承担的东西，还有一些不是政府承担的东西，我都在做。一个是我做的，还有一个是医院，一个是一个集贸市场，还有这个建材市场。这两项工作可以跟你们这边的管理学一下。我做的。
I operated in a private hospital, and so many psychiatry department, and also I have a market. I think we can cooperate in these two fields.
Psychiatric department.
What sort of collaboration we can go for?
怎么样的合作？
投资，欢迎他们去投资，去管理。
这个欢迎这个从你们这边的技术，因为这个印度啊，原来都是在精神领域、心理治疗这方面还是比较有专长的，所以说在我们那边呢，可以加强在技术交流，还有在管理方面，还有在资金方面，都可以进行多方式、多形式、多元化的交流。我们会后可以把名片留下，以后在这个邮箱里面交流。
I think technical and management is your strength, so we can cooperate in these two fields. Also, you can also invest our hospital. And after the meeting, we will change a card with each other, and we hope, I hope we can have more talking about this field.
Okay, thank you. Sure.
I think you have a question.
Sir, this your Yunnan provincial. What is the economy based on this Yunnan provincial? Economy based on product or services? What is the rich in product? The state is rich for what product?
Sir, can you please repeat it?
What is the base of Yunnan provinces? What is the economic base of Yunnan provinces? Based on travel more.
台湾云南的经济支柱是什么？支柱啊。
云南是一个多样性的城市，因为它的气味和海拔决定的，它叫植物王国、有色金属王国、动物王国。
Yunnan is a variety province. I think plants, animals, and something are very excellent in China.
Natural resources.
Natural resources, and I think tobacco and tourism are main industry in Yunnan province.
我们的传统支柱是烟酒糖茶，烟是全中国基本上排第一，在世界也是排在前列。我们的茶叶也是全中国排第二，新兴的就是特色农业、花卉、旅游，包括这些现在对外开放的这些对外加工、出口贸易，现在也在向新兴方面做转变。
Yunnan是 tobacco, wine, sugar, and tea are some excellent in Yunnan. Tobacco is ranked first in China, and tea ranked 2 in China. And now we also tourism and some special fields like agriculture tourism, recreation tourism.
Agriculture, tourism, and
Yeah.
tea and tobacco production is number 1 in Yunnan in all over China.
So, what product do you import and export?
Export. 出口和进口的话有哪些产品？
出口和进口的产品，就是刚才我说到的这些东西，都是外向输入的。基本云南的经济结构，它也能自给自足。出口就是以这些，刚才说到的，还有一些工业的原材料，铜啊、锡啊这些，包括加工的产品，包括现在我们在过渡的，就是说。高科技的一些加工产品也在出口。
Some raw material in industry are exported to abroad. For example, tin or other other things. Tin.
那个进口的。
进口的是哪？进口的是哪些？
我们目前进口的，可能一些高科技的一些，比如说生产上的一些高技术的，像一些西药的东西吧，比如说。我们目前国内还不能制造的一些东西，这一类的进口相对比较多。
import we some high tech some high-tech things which we can't produce ourselves.
Which are those sectors that, yeah, where Indian exports?
哪些方面？他问哪些方面？
如果他们想从印度出口的话，你们需要哪些方面？可以。
比如说医疗器材，包括药品，包括一些制造业方面，我们还目前没有的一些技术产品，都在进口。
Instruments, medical technology, and medicines from India they can. Yeah.
Import.
They are looking for the
Medical instruments?
medical instruments, medicines, and technology.
Pharmaceutical?
Medical technology, pharmaceutical.
Yes, I want to know from Mr. Lee Axion. You are general manager of a hotel. How many keys in your hotel? Can you manage if we give you a manual here 200 keys of a hotel?
First,
Yes, oh, it's not coming. Yeah, acha, okay, okay. Then, okay, there's the. He can answer also. My question: if you have any position to get the management of hotel in India, are you doing any? Have you done any management? Only management department. We will provide you property, all the rooms, 200, 300. Management system in India. Take over the management in hotel.
So no, I'll tell you. See, there is a system in India where, all over the world, where you run a franchise. The management, you excel in managing a hotel, so you manage the hotel for us. I give you the property, you do the management. Top to bottom, you run it. So, is any Chinese company interested in coming and managing a hotel in India?
India or Calcutta?
Calcutta.
他的意思就是说，比如说是他们投资一个酒店，我们这边的话能管理吗？就比如说我们到印度来帮他们管理一个酒店这样的。
有这种专业公司的，应该我们有很多这种公司都在向外发展，有这种公司可以来管理的。
We have some companies who are supposed to find a management hotels. I think they can come and manage.
If he is interested, how does he get in touch?
Maybe you can contact me. I come from travel agencies and we have a relationship with some hotel.
Saying that, if anybody is interested, they can contact her. She will get the.
Yeah, I'm from travel agency.
No, she is from Kunming. Email.
Email. Maybe we can leave each other email address.
If there are no more questions, we can end the session. But before that, I want to share with the delegation that Calcutta in China has had a very long historical connection. This city still has a Chinatown, which used to have around 200 families 10 years, 15 years back. Now it has come down to around 50. But in that Chinatown, we still celebrate Chinese New Year. We have Chinese restaurants. Chinese people are also involved in the tannery business, shoe business. So Calcutta and China has had a very long historical connection, cultural exchanges. There are people, Chinese people who were born in this part of India, who speak Bengali and Hindi as fluent as we do. So we could, going forward, we could utilize this connection in creating business opportunities and mutual synergies, as we talked. And the MCCI would like to partner the YPGCC in delegation exchanges, taking specific Indian companies and persons to Kunming who could join hands with their Chinese counterparts, and mutual business opportunities can be created. So thank you very much. Thanks Mr. Yang Yongming, leader of the delegation, and to all members of the delegation who had shown the interest to come here. This is just the beginning. Going forward, we'll have more sessions like this, both in Calcutta as well as in Kunming, and I hope both of us, both the chambers, will be able to join hands strongly in creating something meaningful and something worthwhile for both the countries and both the provinces. Thank you very much.
If anybody has any personal questions, so after the yeah, definitely.
印度和中国的话，关系源远流长。加尔各答和中国的昆明的话也是友情。这不仅仅是这次合作的开始，我们希望将来有更多的机会大家一起合作。非常感谢杨永明主席一行的到我们这里来参会。
我们期待商会早日带团回返昆明。 我们将热情接待。
We are looking forward to your delegation leading by your commerce next time to visit Kunming, and we will warm welcome you.
Thank you. One as a part of our initiative. On behalf of the Chinese consulate, what they did last time for Durga Puja. So we had a booklet here, which we had published for the Durga Puja. Now is the biggest. It's not only a festival; it's a cultural stuff in Bengal. It's where then you get the beauty of Bengal during that season in Kolkata. Kolkata decks up the best during Durga Puja, and we had a program where the Chinese Consul General participated in the program that I was talking about. So I just hand over this book. There's a small little souvenir to Mr. Yang Ming, and this is where our visit and everything to China for you. Thank you.
这是他们邦的西孟加拉邦最大的女神节的关于这些节日的一本书，他会作为礼物送给我们的代表团长杨永明先生。
And one more, this thing for Arpit, a very young, who might find one of those rare breed of young entrepreneur, and I'm sure he's going to. I'm sure he's going to go places in days to come. Thank you very much. I'm sure we had a very fruitful discussion, and we'll have some collaborations to take it forward. Sure.